Hi, in the following tutorial, we're going to consider another question to prepare adequately for an exam with an intention to solidify, stabilize, and be able to revise enough in order to build self-reliance and self-dependence. Please, if it's your first time on this channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell to get notified when next I post a new video. Share the video, comment on the video to let the channel grow. Let's begin. Under this question, we're simply going to discuss a certain important relatable concept in chemistry, which is called reactivity series of metals. Under reactivity series of metals, it is very relevant enough in order to see how or understand how best these elements are arranged, either in the decreasing or increasing order of their reactivity. And then this question will require these elements to be placed in a certain order it will demand. Afterwards, we're going to entertain questions that are going to ask relatable chemical concepts that can be uses or everyday applications of these elements. Let's begin. The list below shows the reactivity series of metals. Amongst the mentioned elements we have copper, sodium, aluminium, and iron. These elements are randomly arranged. And then here comes the question on A, saying arrange the elements above in the increasing order of their reactivity. It's very important to understand what it simply means by increasing. When you start with something that you are increasing, you start with something that is the lowest and you end with something that is the highest. Giving an example, if we start with 1, we continue with 2, 3, and 4. This is an increasing order. Having to start with 4, then 3, 2, 1. That is a decreasing order. Now, under reactivity series of metals, we are firmly going to understand that starting with an element which is less reactive and ending with an element which is the most reactive will give us an order which is in an increasing order. So here we're going to say the least or less reactive element here is copper. So copper is going to be the first element. What can be followed here is going to be iron. Then third, we are going to have aluminium. Then lastly, we are going to have sodium. This is when we are increasing. When we are decreasing, we should start with sodium. We go to aluminium, then iron, then copper. So here, we're going to say copper. Why am I starting with copper? It is a less reactive element. And since in the list that is given, it is the least reactive, it simply means it should be the first element. So I'm going to say copper, and then I'm going to say iron, then I'm going to say aluminium, then I'm going to say sodium. Having done that, then it simply means I have answered in the increasing order. There follows a question on B. From the list, this is a restriction that we will not pick any other element that is not on the list except from the list. From the list, which element? 1 is an alkali metal. An alkali metal is an element that belongs to group 1. If you can observe, we're going to find that aluminium belongs to group 3. When we talk about copper and iron, these are transition. Hence, our answer becomes sodium. If there is no sodium, there should be potassium. These are the two mentioned alkali elements on the reactivity series of metals. 2 is used to make overhead electric cables. Overhead electric cables are electric cables that connect one electrical pole to another. These are not home cables. Hence, the more element that is suitable for this type of production is not copper. Instead, it is aluminium. So our answer here is going to be aluminium. Then, lastly, is a transition metal. Transition elements on the periodic table are a block of elements between group 2 and group 3. These are elements without group or groups where they are placed because of their variable valencies. Hence, our answer can either be copper or iron. So we can simply say copper. Having done that, then it simply means we've answered the question. This is the same exact knowledge we can surely basically or briefly need in order to answer reactivity series of methods. Like I always overemphasize, ensure you grab a paper each time you watch my videos, relate to the same concept. You never regret. You are going to find that you are going to get stabilized, you are going to solidify whatsoever is the concept. Make sure you convince yourself, even as you use the same concepts in an exam, to say you are the only person that knows yourself better than anyone else does. Only you can be able to make the difference you want to see in the world. This has been Mr. Sensor from Sensor Academy School of Tuitions. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, share the video, comment on the video, ensure that at the end of the day you revise a lot. Till in the next video, for now, it's a goodbye. Kindly stay focused.